Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Wishman here, and today I am going to read the book My Garden by Kevin Henkes. We are going to talk about descriptive words and how they can be used in your own writing. So while we are reading the book My Garden, I want you to listen for the descriptive words that are used to describe different things that happen in this garden. Are you ready? Let's go ahead and get started. My garden. My mother has a garden. I am her helper. I water, I weed, and I chase away the rabbits so that they don't eat all the lettuce. It's hard work, and my mother's garden is very nice. But if I had a garden, have you ever had a garden or seen one? There are many different types of gardens. We can have a vegetable garden, we can have a flower garden, but I wonder what kind of garden she has. Let's find out. There would be no weeds, and the flowers would keep blooming and never die. In my garden, the flowers would change color just by my thinking about it. Pink, blue, green, purple, even patterns. Wow, I love all the descriptive words that are used to describe the flowers. She doesn't just say she will have flowers in her garden, but she says, I will have flowers and they will be these colors like pink and blue and green. And if you picked a flower, another one would grow right back in its place. In my garden, the rabbits wouldn't eat the lettuce because the rabbits would be chocolate and I would eat them. That sounds like a fun garden. What do you think? Would you like chocolate rabbits in your garden? If I planted seashells, I'd grow seashells. If I planted jelly beans, I'd grow a great big jelly bean bush. Do jelly beans grow on trees? I don't think so. But I love how she continues to use all these wonderful descriptive words to describe her garden. It's awesome. Sometimes in my garden, good, unusual things would just pop up. Buttons and umbrellas and rusty old keys. In my garden, there would be birds and butterflies by the hundreds so that the air was humming with wings. Wow! Do you hear how she not only says that she will have birds and butterflies in her garden, but she describes what they will sound like? I can almost hear her garden humming. Can you? The tomatoes would be as big as beach balls, and the carrots would be invisible because I don't like carrots. Again, she is using some great descriptive words to describe her garden. She doesn't just say she'll have tomatoes in her garden or that they will be big tomatoes. She describes them as being big as beach balls. Is it giving you some ideas on words that you can use for your own writing? I sure hope so. It is night now. Only the fireflies in the porch light are glowing. Before bed, I take one seashell from the shelf in my room and go to the garden. I poke the seashell into the ground. Who knows what might happen? I cover it up with dirt and pat down the dirt with my foot. What are you doing? Asks my mother. Oh, nothing, I say. Just working in my garden. Wow, I really love that story and how the author used so many descriptive words. Does it give you some ideas on descriptive words you can use? I sure hope so.
Okay, friends, so we just finished reading My Garden. This picture is in the book My Garden, but we didn't see it till now. The reason is I want you guys to look at this picture and see if you can come up with some descriptive words to describe what you see. If you are at home, you can turn and talk with a family member or maybe a stuffy. If you are at school, you can turn and talk with a partner in your class and describe what you see in this picture and what descriptive words you might be able to use. Go ahead and pause the video, think of some words, and then come right back. Okay, so did you come up with some words? When I look at this picture, I see so many different things I could talk about. I see the strawberries in the picture, and I think they look pretty big. What do you think? I think that could be one of the words we use, is big, because the strawberries look really big. Another thing I see in the picture is the moon. It seems to shine very brightly on the strawberries, the little girl, and the morning glories. So what if we use the word bright to describe the moon? Do you think that might work? Let's try bright. Now, what do we see the strawberry color? Yep, you're right. I see red, and I think red is a great descriptive word. We could just say strawberries, but I think red strawberries sounds so much better. So let's write red. Then we have, let me look. Well, I think juicy would be a good word. So let's use juicy to describe the strawberries. And another word we might be able to use besides just juicy would be sweet. I think that also describes strawberries. What do you think? I see a little girl peeking her head out too. Plump, another word like big to describe strawberries. I think that's a great word to use. Let's think, let's look, see what else we see. How about ripe? Ripe to describe the strawberries. Because they are ripe, because strawberries that aren't ripe would not be red. Sometimes when I look at strawberries, I know that their seeds are on the outside. So sometimes they feel a bit bumpy. So could we describe the strawberries as maybe bumpy? Or we could even describe them as rough. Why don't we put both words down, bumpy and rough? Bumpy, rough, because those are two words that could describe strawberries. Now, when I'm looking at this picture, and I said that the moon was very bright and it was shining down on both the strawberries and the morning glories, I also think the moon was making the morning glories sparkle. What do you think? It kind of looks like it, doesn't it? So what if we put sparkle as a word? Because the morning glories seem to sparkle in the moonlight. And then we can use another word. How about round? The morning glories look round. The strawberries seem to be round. What do you think? Round? Let's put round down. And then I see a girl. What do you see when you see the girl? I see a beautiful girl. How about a beautiful young girl? What do you think? I see beautiful flowers. I see beautiful strawberries. I think beautiful would describe a lot of different things in this picture. And then let's use young because the girl is young. What do you think? Wow, I think we have a lot on our list. Now, I want to take that list and I want to make a sentence or two. So, how can we make a sentence or two looking at that picture and the words and the list of words that we made? Well, when I'm looking at this, I see the moon. I keep talking about the moon because it just looks like it's shining so brightly. So what if I write the big round moon? Let's start with the big round moon and see what we come up with. The big round moon. Ooh, This sounds like a great sentence. The big round moon. But what's it doing? It looks like it's lighting something, right? So could we say lit up? Would that be one way to say that it's shining a light on things? Lit up. What's it lighting up? Let's look at that. Oh, I know, it's lighting up the young girl. And where's she at? The big round moon lit up the young girl. Where's she at? Let's look at that. How about in her? We could just say garden, but I think we have some words over here, like this word, that we could use, in her beautiful. Do you think that might describe her garden? I think so. Beautiful garden. Let's read our sentence all together now. The big round moon lit up the young girl in her beautiful garden. I think that's a great sentence. I think it sounds so nice. Wow. All right, so let's think of another sentence that we could do to describe the strawberries. Well, we said that they were red, and there was another word that we could have used. Bright, right? We could use bright and red together, maybe. Let's think here. What if we wrote the bright red juicy, now we're talking, bright red juicy strawberries. Now we just said the bright red juicy strawberries, but what are they doing? I know. Let's use another one of our adjectives. How about sparkle? We could say the bright red juicy strawberry sparkled in the light. What do you guys think? Let's read our sentence and see what we think. The bright red juicy strawberry sparkled in the light. I think that's a great sentence. Guys, we just came up with 2 wonderful sentences to describe this picture. Now, let's check out what it actually says in the book. At the night, the morning glories would stay open, shining like stars, and the strawberries would glow like lanterns. They use such wonderful words to describe the strawberries and the morning glories. Now, our sentences are kind of like theirs, but their sentences talks about the morning glories would stay open, shining like stars. I love how they describe the morning glories shining like stars. That's a great description. And the strawberries would glow like lanterns. Our strawberries sparkled in the light. Glowing like lanterns is also great use of descriptive words. So now we need to talk about what are you guys going to do? Well, yesterday Miss Lucy talked to you guys about Disney World, and she came up with a bunch of adjectives to describe Disney World. So let's look at her adjectives and let's make a sentence describing Disney World. Sound like fun? All right, so when we look at Miss Lucy's words, we see fun, we see loud, we see colorful, fast, scary, shy, scream, high, excited, sad, surprised, funny, slow, wet, hot, tired, big, black and red. Oh man. And don't forget, we'll put a dot next to our fun too. So she used lots of words, lots and lots of adjectives to describe Disney World. So let's make a sentence using those words. So if I was writing this sentence, I would write, I was so excited to, I was so excited to, I know, ride Splash Mountain because, I wasn't only just excited to ride it. I'm going to tell why I was excited. Because I love the loud music and the high, wet waterfall. Ooh, I used a lot of the descriptive words that Miss Lucy wrote down. I could have just said, I was excited to ride Splash Mountain. But I didn't. I wrote a sentence that has some descriptions in it and makes it an exciting sentence. Let's read it together. I was so excited to ride Splash Mountain because I love the loud music and the high, wet waterfall. Oh, wow, I did use a lot of those words. So I could have said, I was so excited to ride Splash Mountain because it is fun. But that's not a very exciting sentence. So I added some descriptive words. I said, I love the loud music and the high, wet waterfall. That sounds more exciting, doesn't it? All right, guys, so it's your turn. You should have your My Adjectives page that you did yesterday with Miss Lucy. So I want you to take that out and your writing page for today. Your job is to look at the adjectives that you wrote yesterday with Miss Lucy, and you're going to put them into sentences to use in your personal narrative writing. So, just like I used the adjectives in Miss Lucy's writing to write a sentence about Disney World, you are going to use your adjectives that you created yesterday to write your own personal narrative using those adjectives. So, my opt-out kids, make sure you take a picture and upload it to Seesaw so we can see all your great writing. For those in Cohort A, please bring your writing back to school with you so that we can keep it here to continue writing our personal narratives. I hope you guys have fun, and I can't wait to see all your great writing. Happy writing!